Here's my video, how to make lactobacillus reuteri probiotic yogurt. Technically it's not a yogurt, it's a fermented dairy product. Quiet. So you need an Instapot, something that has a yogurt function. If you don't have that, any of those sous vide sticks or anything to keep the temperature at around 98 to 100 degrees. Step one, get all your supplies together. We need inulin that's going to feed the bacteria during the growth phase. I'm using a starter culture here. So that's my first batch of reuteri that I made. I kept the entire batch as a starter so that it's sort of like an easier process than making it from the tablets. The tablets are sort of hit or miss sometimes. I use A2 milk. I think it's important. It's sort of a gray area. You gotta make sure it's A2, not hybrid. Grass-fed always a plus. And then I didn't have the A2 heavy cream, so I had to go with Organic Valley heavy cream. So take out all your supplies. Everything has to get sterilized. I use a product they use in the restaurant business called Steramine. It's 2 tablets. You can see one dissolving there in a gallon of water. I have a bowl, some kind of strainer that I'm going to use to take the skin off the milk after I sterilize it, sterilize it. I have a whisk and then a temperature probe. Just going to make sure. You want to really rule out any sort of contamination when you're doing this. I leave it in here about 10 minutes. I guess you don't really have to go that crazy, but make sure also you sterilize the inside of the lid because this holds bacteria. A lot of people pull out the silicone gasket, which is not a bad idea because you really don't need it for this. You want to just reduce all possible contamination sources for the thing. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. All right, so we've sterilized everything 20 minutes. Now we have got to put the milk and the cream into the Instant Pot. It's super creamy farm fresh milk, so this one I have to shake probably.
Here, I'll show them my brand. Okay.
So the ratio is 6 cups. 3 cups to 1. 3 cups milk to 1 cup heavy cream. Or you could start with half and half, which is approximately the same recipe. So that's 4 cups. This is 6 cups. So now we added 3 cups to 1 cup regular milk, whole milk, to heavy cream. I did double that because I do a double batch here. On top of that, we have to add 2 tablespoons of inulin powder per mixture. So this would be 4 tablespoons because it's a double batch. Okay, so now we're going to do yogurt. The time we're going to do 30 minutes to sterilize it. That's 30 minutes. Then temperature, we're going to say boil and start. All right, we'll be back after it's done. All right, the sterilization of the milk has been done. I removed this skin. I'm not sure if it's fat or if it's protein, but I find it changes the texture of the final yogurt in that area, so I try to just get rid of that. So I'm going to strain this and I'll be back. Now we have to add the starter when this is below. I do it at about 100 degrees, so obviously 167 way too high. Got to cool it down. So we remove some of the mixture out of the pot and then we add the starter. And mix it up good. Put a dish rag in between the lid and the pot to catch the condensation. And then we set it to 36 hours. temperature I put at 100. That's it. 36 hours later. Voila, you have yogurt. I put this in the fridge, let this firm up. I like to strain it so it gets the consistency of Greek yogurt, and then we're pretty much done. So we have the reuteri all refrigerated now. Last thing to do is to strain it. This is an optional step. I think it is necessary. I like the taste of the Greek style yogurt. Just have a fine mesh strainer, a bowl to collect the whey that comes out of it, and we just pour it in there. And that's basically it. Periodically, this you could do this for 8 to 12 hours until you get the consistency you like. It will sweat off some more whey over time. Some people are sort of grossed out by that, or some people don't mind. The whey does contain probiotics, so there's no problem consuming it or using it in some baked goods, tarts, things like that. Anyway, that's about it.